This video is an explanation of my short, Weighing Minutes. If you haven't watched it already, you should check it out via the link in the description. So I felt like doing this short after I had read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And in it, he talks about how often in romantic relationships, we attach ourselves to the other person. And the high of being with them is kind of blinding to us. You stop seeing all of your faults. When there's something that the other person can't provide anymore, the magic kind of dissipates and the drug doesn't work anymore and you feel low and you start to blame your partner for not being able to provide you with those emotional connections that you need. When in reality, you're just feeling the pain from a different source. And so that was the initial idea behind Mason, the main character. And so kind of like with relationships in the book and with him, I had a job that wasn't motivating me anymore. It was unpleasant and hard, and I thought every day when I had a difficult call, why am I not motivated anymore? Why is this not fulfilling? And why does it feel worse and worse as time goes on? And what you kind of notice is the harder you try to suppress or hide those feelings of unfulfillment, the more they seem to become present and noticeable. And what I realized through The Power of Now, in my own experience, is that sometimes you have to disconnect those parts of your life if they aren't enough for you at that time, and find something else that drives meaning for you. And so that's what I was trying to show in the first part of the short with Mason. He's focused on other things and finds pleasure in stuff not related to his work. His job is hard, and he can't find the correct support he needs. So what does he do? Should he quit his job? Or is that even going to change anything? What if staying or quitting makes no difference? When we have pains, they have a tendency to hide themselves down deep. And when we go about our daily lives, they can resurface, and then we try to find that root cause, and often mistakenly relate them to what's in front of us. But we have to remember in those moments that we aren't those confusing pains. We are the person underneath those pains. We often get told that embracing our emotions is good, and that's who we really are, emotions. But the problem with that notion is that emotions are not tangible. They come and go, and we don't always properly diagnose the ones that we feel. If Mason tries to define what his job means for him, most likely he won't be able to, because he can't separate himself from his emotions and what his job truly is at that time. To do that, he needs to become separate from the resistance of the pains and feelings that distract him. Even if he faces heavy negativity, he must realize he's not those negative things. And that's what he attempts to do in the later part of the short. He moves his body, he learns, he changes apartments, but he doesn't give up on his responsibilities and his job yet. He finds the escape and the clearness, and then is able to analyze and understand who he is, without just giving up on his current life, because that would be, again, hiding his pain and grief, and actually not changing anything. No, he needs to shine a light objectively on who he is, then have all the resistance that was troubling him before disappear. And he can see that he had no reason to be in pain or be fearful. And with that realization comes peace. And through peace comes joy. And through joy comes love. So that was the explanation of my short, Weighing Minutes. A lot of what was in the video and in the short comes from The Power of Now. So if you have not read it already, I totally recommend it. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for future content.